2026 post-match live. What a super Saturday we just witnessed. Two blockbuster matches, two distinct storylines. In the afternoon game, the Delhi Capitals put on a chasing masterclass to dismantle the Mumbai Indians by 6 wickets at the end of the first innings. While the second I think we are still live. Yeah, we are. All right. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the evening match between Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans, and then we will move to the Delhi Capitals and MI match. So Salap, let us uh, give a brief about the evening match first, and then we will move to the afternoon match. Salab, your voice is breaking a bit. Uh, no, you are not audible properly. I think there is some connection issue or audio rate issue. I think. I think there is some.
Am I audible?
Salab is back.
Am I
Now is better, but
am I audible?
yeah. Yeah. Now now it's better. Say something again. Still the sound is means breaking a bit.
Okay. Okay. You can just continue. I will rejoin.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I think there is some technical issue from Salab's side. I think some network or voice audio related issue. In the meantime, let me take you through the uh, second match that we had, the evening match. So Rajasthan Royals won the toss and elected to bat first, and they scored 210 for 6 in the 20 overs. Uh, GT ended their innings at 204 for 8 in 20 overs. Dhruv Jurel played a top innings of 75 or 42 balls. I think Salav is back. Uh, still the voice is breaking. Perhaps you can only use the earpods or
Yeah, I am using the earphones only.
okay.
Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, you are. You are. Yeah, perfect.
So I think this is better then.
Hmm.
Yeah. So as I was mentioning, like it was a more of a mixed soil pitch, and the similar kind of a pitch we have experienced in Ahmedabad and the final that was played between India and New Zealand. So it was that
Hmm.
kind of a pitch. And if we just look at what happened today, so Gujarat was almost in the game for in the in the 12 overs, still 12 overs. I think it was 127 for two. They were
Hmm.
cruising, and after
Hmm.
that, what they did was absolute harakiri. So
Hmm.
we can just that whatever happened today, I think
Hmm.
this one loss, I think Gujarat will always find difficult to digest. Whatever
Yeah.
has happened, I think they recovered also till 18 overs, but after that, those two the 2 overs from Archer and Tushar Deshpande, I think
Hmm.
no no amount of praise is enough,
Yeah.
for the way they have pulled the 2 overs off. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, we can just now discuss every aspect. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
So
you have already summarized.
and RR's bowling and how they actually came back to the match by with a great death bowling and in the middle also and the 4 wickets by Bishnoi. So that is again highlighting the fact that you need to have a good bowling lineup to win matches and perhaps win this tournament. So RR is looking good. GT is also a gun team. GT should have, as you mentioned, GT should have won this match. But let's discuss uh, individual performances also and both batting and bowling. So let's start with Dhruv Jurel's innings. I think Dhruv Jurel actually played a great innings. So he scored 42 ball, 75, 5 4s, 5 6s. Jaiswal also played a good innings, 30 for 55 of 36. Suryavanshi did what Suryavanshi always does. So a lightning 31 of 18 balls. Let's discuss that and let's discuss GT's batting also in comparison. So from GT's side, Sudarshan played a great innings again. We did not expect that from Sai Sudarshan. I think he is now back to his own self, at least closer to his own self. So he scored 73 of 44 balls, and Butler showed a glimpse of uh, the older Butler, and we hope he will come back to his own self. And he scored 26 of 14 balls. But I think Bishnoi made all the difference. But we will come to GT's and RR's bowling. But let's first discuss RR and GT's batting, and how RR's batting set up the match, and then how RR's bowling closed the match for them. So first discuss RR's and GT's batting for a bit, and then we will move to their bowling performances.
If we just look at the way uh, our batting has been designed, so first let's discuss the way it has all the thing has been planned. So when we were discussing RR's squad, we kept Parag and Hitmaier in number 3 and 4 because of the fact
Hmm.
that Hitmaier in that number 3 position he was scoring runs for fun in the World T20. So we kept that in mind
Hmm.
and we were keeping Hitmaier and we kept Jurel at number 5. Now, this one strategy that they have taken Jurel at number 3, the
Hmm.
main reason is Jurel can be your that batsman who, will consume a little bit of deliveries at first, but he will give you the gun finish with the bat, which he has done today.
Hmm.
In initial few balls, he was going almost runnable. So maybe 20 to 22 odd balls, he was going almost a runnable.
Hmm.
And after that, he accelerated almost at a strike rate of 250 to 60. So
Hmm.
that's how he kind of designed this entire innings of his. And so far as Jaiswal and Suryavanshi is concerned, we all know that these two are their one of the top gun opening combinations in this entire IPL. If we just
Hmm.
look at the for at current state, I will rate them higher than Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah, yeah.
So at this current form and state.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the way they started, I think it was, and it was just because of Gujarat's bowling lineup. The start was still a little bit, mellowed down. Still, it was
Hmm.
enough, enough for us to enjoy. And
Hmm.
today we could see even more than Suryavanshi. We could see that Jaiswal was, literally
Yes.
he was steering the
Hmm.
bowling team. He hit a six of Mohammad Siraj over extra cover, and that was, I think, the beginning of a brilliant innings that was due. And so Jaiswal is my orange cap bet.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
have already said that according to me, he's going to win the orange cap. But let's see.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, so Jaiswal was brilliant in his entire innings. Though he got out of a very, it was a team dismissal. He almost gifted his wicket to Rabada. He could have stayed a little bit longer. I think it was today. It was a day when he deserved 100. And
Hmm.
yeah, so after that, Turel's knock, I think it was brilliant. And
Hmm.
today, Riyan Parag, I am literally disappointed, a little bit disappointed with Riyan Parag because he started really well. That six that he
Hmm.
hit off first delivery, I think we were discussing that what a thought that was. Like it
Hmm.
was nonchalant six over the deep mid wicket region, and I think in the very next over he just gave a catching practice at point, and he just could not pick the speed of the delivery, and he just got out of a softer dismissal. Not expected today,
Hmm.
but yeah, I was expecting Riyan Parag to fire, but
Yeah.
It, it,
Hmm. Hmm.
and yeah, Hitmar also played a good knock. Like,
Hmm.
but I think Rajasthan, the way they started, and the way the Jurel was taking the innings along with him,
Hmm.
they would fancy another 10-15 runs more.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the
They
finishing, they missed.
they should have reached 225 at least, the way they started, and they maintained the tempo in middle overs also, but somehow lost their way in the death overs. Yeah. And that's where I think both RR and GT, they have this problem in their batting, and you talked about RR, but where GT lost the match, I think they do not have that finishing. So you need to have batters, and we will talk about bowlers later. So we you need to have batters who can close the match for you, and you look at Tewatia, Shahrukh, and Rashid. Rashid stayed there till the end and could not finish the match. Shahrukh scored 11 of 4. Tewatia scored 12 of 6. When you talk about finishers, they will stay there and finish the match for their team, and that's what we expect from finishers, and champion teams, they have such finishers. I feel GT do not, they have the finishers, but they are not taking the ownership and finishing the match for them. And even when we talk about, say, Sudarshan started well. He scored a 73, but the difference between Virat Kohli and other batters is when Virat Kohli reached to 60 plus score in a chase, Virat Kohli will stay back and finish the match for his team, and that's what was needed. But I think they did not have a finisher who will stay there and finish the match for them. Uh, Rabada actually played brilliantly. He batted, and we talked about Rabada a few times. We always give example of that innings against
Talking
Pakistan,
about the
and
Pakistan.
we could see how improved a batter Rabada is, because he always had the technique, but now he's having that power game, and that's great to see. And Rabada actually took GT close to the finishing line, but he could not, and because RR had finishers in their bowling, and we will talk about that, how RR actually finished the match through great bowling in last few overs, especially the final over. So we will talk about that, but I think what GT is missing, obviously their top order is not firing. That's one problem. Sudarshan now have come back to the form, but the other batters, they are still not in form. Uh, when Gill will be back, they may push Kushagra a bit down in the batting order, perhaps, or push him out of the team. That is also another possibility. You never know with GT. The moment Gill is back, what they will do. But I'm seeing a lot of problems in GT's batting, but GT's bowling is
And I,
still good. Yeah.
I have listed a few problems in GT's batting.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
before that, I think where RR has missed the trick, according to me,
Hmm.
is why they are not having Dasun Shanaka as their finisher.
Hmm.
I just wondered that they went for Donovan Ferreira, though he is also a proper hitter. But you have Dasun Shanaka in your uh, 11,
Hmm.
in your squad, then according to me, he is a very, very underrated finisher.
Hmm.
Uh, just remember the way he was taking that game against Pakistan in Kandy. Like he
Hmm.
almost won that match for Sri Lanka, and that too against a very dangerous bowling lineup.
Hmm.
Especially
Hmm.
when it comes to spin bowling, Pakistan was having one of the very great spin bowling attack.
Yeah.
Dasun Shanaka, missing Dasun Shanaka. I don't know what Rajasthan Royals management is thinking about Dasun Shanaka. He's a Sri Lankan. They have Sangakkara
Hmm.
in the management. I just don't understand that why they have avoided Dasun Shanaka. So that is one
Hmm.
point. And so far as GT is concerned, I am again. So let's discuss about GT's bowling a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
as we were discussing about RR's
Hmm.
batting, what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found good about GT's bowling is Ashok Sharma is one such good takeaway, according to me today, because he clocked
Hmm.
around 154.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. and
yeah,
and
so
and and at a consistently he was clocking
consistently,
145, 146, and some of his deliveries were at that range, 150 to
115 to
154, that range.
154. Yeah,
151 point something, 152, so in that range he was bowling. A great
that is one.
prospect, great prospect.
That is
Yeah, yeah.
one. Yeah, yeah, great prospect. Even for India, also,
Hmm.
he's a great prospect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Getting
That's
a
what I was thinking when I was watching him bowling. I was thinking that it's a good raw material that we can, if we give proper guidance, we can have a great fast bowler. Because his running and his bowling action, the way he stops a bit and then delivers, everything is on point. He's a
And also
uh,
his line is not very wayward.
yeah, yeah.
He has a proper line length. He follows that, and also
Hmm.
he's brave enough bowler to fancy his speed. So
Because
never
his action is good, because his
his action is
action
good. He has
is
a proper
straight
action.
and good, proper action. That's why he can control his line and length, which is a
Yes, yes.
great thing to have. Great thing to
Great
have.
thing to have.
The
Great thing to have. I guess
combination of pace and length and line, that's a good combination. We should focus on
100%.
this lad, and we can have we have something there. We have to build on that. He's a great prospect,
100%.
really.
100%.
Hmm.
So he is one of the positives that GT can think of. So before
Hmm.
also we mentioned that since though GT is having a good pace attack in Siraj Krishna and Rabada, I would like to see
Hmm.
Ashok Sharma also. So now
Yeah.
the good part is they are playing Ashok Sharma.
Hmm.
So Siraj was one of the biggest letdowns today. I think
Hmm.
he was not at all in his form and gave away and he was not he was becoming, I think he was not even having the kind of power play starts that he has always had. So I don't know where his all those seam movement deliveries where they have gone. I used to
Yeah.
he was a very deadly bowler inside the power play. Even for
Yeah.
GT also he has produced results in the last season.
Hmm.
But
I think his line is a bit off, because he was bowling at leg side, and he's a bit wayward when it comes to his line, and length is still fine. With new ball you want to swing the ball, so you will pitch it a bit. But his length was also a bit off. So his line and length was a
yeah,
bit off. That's what I saw, and he was not getting that much swing that he generally gets with new ball. So that's what I'm observing. Maybe it's a because he is not getting his rhythm right. That might be a reason, or he is not brave enough. That can be another reason.
so
Yeah.
one of the things that I have observed is he had a very good wobble seam delivery.
Yeah, that comes in for the right-hander.
Exactly. So I don't know, like he has not tried even a single wobble sim delivery today. So it was a
Yeah.
little bit surprising for me to see that he's not fancying his strengths. So last day you were mentioning, right, that that Bumrah's reel where Bumrah is telling Karthik that you should always fancy your strengths. So it was a little bit shocking for me to see that Siraj not fancying his stronger side. And another point which actually shocked me, not even surprised, is Washington Sundar was not given a single delivery.
Single.
I'm not right now. I do not have any idea that what is GT management thinking. Are they playing Washington as only a proper batter? Then it is a little bit difficult for me to digest because
Yeah.
the right now you just mentioned what if Gill comes and are they going to drop Kushagra because they are going to put Gill in the open. Uh, I am not understanding what exactly they are trying to do with Washington Sundar. But ideally, if they are playing Washington Sundar only as a batsman, then Kumar Kushagra is a better option than Washington Sundar.
Than Washington Sundar. Yeah, yeah. But I think they are keeping him as a potential all rounder. But if say you are playing Washington Sundar, you should consider him as a bowling all rounder rather than a batting all rounder, because his bowling is I think better than his batting. That's what my assessment is. His power play bowling, you can use him at least bowl him 1 or 2 overs in the power plays, and then 1 over in the middle against left-hander. So I think GT's planning also seems a bit odd, and some of their decisions, and they should have won this match. Because of few decisions they lost this match. Otherwise it was their match to win. I don't know why
So,
the role that they have given Washington, uh, and the same issue that we are seeing in Team India's strategy also, that how to use Washington, and what role to give to Washington. I see Washington as a bowling all-rounder, perhaps say 55-45 kind of a ratio, 55% bowler, 45% batter. But you can't consider him as 100% batter. He's not a not so. If you are using him as a batter, rather play a proper batter in place of him. And that's where I think GT is making a big mistake. You should not consider him as your uh, batting all rounder. Rather, you should consider him as your bowling all rounder. If he scores a quick fire, say 15-20 runs, that's what you should expect from him. And you should use him as a floater rather than say a particular position at four or something. So use him to say hit boundaries against spinners, perhaps, or say pacers. So he plays that pull shot, and some of his shots against pace bowlers. You should utilize that. But I think GT is not clear with what role they should give to Washington, and if they have thinking him as the replacement of Rutherford, and that's why they
oh, that's
released
not.
Rutherford. That's the biggest blunder in IPL's history, I think. If they had thought that, that's why they released Rutherford. then I don't know what to say to them. I have no idea.
At man, they can place Phillips as a replacement to Rutherford, but again,
Hmm. Hmm.
if they are not again using Phillips' bowling abilities also,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that
Why are they not using Phillips as a bowler also? He bowls really well. So his off spin, and he actually is a decent bowler. So I don't know
no,
what GT is doing.
it was a little surprising for me. Like they are going for runs. Siraj is going for runs. The bowler,
Hmm.
uh, all the bowlers were not looking comfortable, but still they had two proper bowling options, and they
Hmm.
didn't use any one of them. Like neither
Hmm.
Washington and nor even Phillips, even for a single over, it was a little bit difficult for me to understand, like what was the
Um,
management.
Look at how Rian brought him to the bowling and picked one wicket, and that's how
Yes,
you
yes.
should be. You should be very on your feet, kind of a captain, or a team management, in that sense that you have to always be flexible. You have to think about who are the players I have. You have to think about how to use your resources better. And I think the GT actually have all the resources, but they are not utilizing their resources well. That's what I think. And the key players are not firing for them. So it's a problem. There are a lot of problems from different directions that is creating problem from GT. Otherwise, on paper, GT actually has one of the best teams and best squad. If you look at their squad and their first 11, they actually have a great first 11 and a great squad.
Which is why I again feel like you are using, even if you are limiting Phillips's contribution so much, then you can play Jason Holder in place of him. So if you just want time, and also if you are missing on a good finisher, can come and play a great knock, and also can pick handy wickets. You can come up with the slowers also. Also has got a good height. Then what is Jason Holder doing? Even Jason Holder also had a very good World Cup very recently. So I think a lot of things GT will have to answer. Now in GT's batting, there are a lot things to discuss. I think uh, the way what I found about GT's batting is so 12 overs, 127, everything is going pretty fine. Okay, I understand that Sai was out on a delivery from Krishnan. It was okay. It was not a very good delivery from Vishnu, but it came faster than what Sai was expecting, and he eventually got out. But so much of batting was still there, and the asking rate was pretty much on the on the very much within the reach. And Josh Butler finally found his form, and he played some of beautiful shots today. Why I am why I am again very I am having a feeling that he has missed the bus, in such a bad way, because Josh Butler found his form finally, and the way he was going, he was that old Josh Butler. He was finding the gaps
Yeah.
precisely, and he was playing beautifully today. And
Hmm.
at that moment, Glenn Phillips, he was cramped for room, and that shot was so uncalled for. You had a very
Hmm.
good over in the last ball, like, and from Vishnu has already got a wicket of
Hmm.
this Sai Sudarshan. And the very first delivery, without even seeing, he played a very wild pull type of a shot, which
Hmm.
landed nowhere. And after that, Washington, he hit the first ball for four. And what was that? Like brain
Hmm.
fed moment. I must say that there are brain fed moments in GT's batting today.
Yeah.
Like after the role clarity for Washington Sundar is so it is looking so hazy. Why
Hmm.
was what was Washington Sundar's role today? If he
Hmm.
had if what was required in the entire, so if they are chasing 10 runs per over
Hmm.
on a pitch of Ahmedabad, which is, and the ground is big, so they can nudge for singles, couples. There are so many options, and
Hmm.
then you are trying to go for aerial shots when you know that it's a longer ground. Hitting
Hmm.
sixes will not be easy, and you just went for a wild hike, and it was just harakiri moment. And
Hmm.
then Underberger's short ball again. Josh Butler did the same mistake, where you know that the side boundaries are longer in Ahmedabad. So that was a trap. Uh, that short ball was of course a trap, and Josh Butler did what was unnecessary at that point. So what should we say? Like again, and the run out. What was that?
Hmm.
If you just remember, like Tewatia also, he just we know that Ravi Vishnu comes up with extremely good googlies against the left-handers. That
Hmm.
was a good googly, and he just could not uh, manage it. But even then, when Shahrukh and Rashid were on the crease, Shahrukh already, he was hitting the ball really well today. He had hit
Hmm.
very big shots. But why such an unnecessary third run when it is not required? Like, if anybody could understand the logic, and against whom?
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja.
Hmm.
Against Ravindra Jadeja. So that entire phase
Hmm.
I think that entire phase, I think GT would like to forget today.
Hmm.
Whatever happened from 12.1 overs till the point, when it was around 161 for 7.
Hmm.
Uh, and after that, we mentioned that the way Rashid and Rabada were taking the game on, it was again
Hmm.
a good phase for GT. But this phase, this entire, 127 for 2 till 161 for 7, this
Hmm.
34 runs and 5 wickets. I think they would like to this one phase GT would like to forget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you look at GT's bowling and batting, you will see one similarity, that is in important and crunch situations, they somehow showing that nervous energy. So, for example, look at
Absolutely. And
Krishna. Krishna bowled really, started really well, took a wicket also, and then as we mentioned earlier also, that Krishna generally does that he will uh, play for both the teams, and obviously that's a joke, but he somehow loses it after a point of time. I don't know why. Even you are bowling, say, 4 overs, 2 overs you are bowling well, then 2 overs when you should, so you are starting your spell, you still can be a bit nervous and you can be here and there a bit, but after bowling 2 overs, you're going for runs, and you bowled one short ball, you went for run, you again bowled the same delivery. So I think they GT's bowling and their batting in crunch situations, in certain uh, phases and situations and points, they are, I don't know why they are losing it completely, and they're losing the track completely, and that is leading to, and in a tournament like IPL, you have to win these matches. So when it's comparatively easier to close a match, then you have to close those matches. Look at MI and CSK and any successful teams. They generally do not leave such matches, and they generally close
Even GT also has
such
done
matches.
that.
Done
Even
that
GT
earlier.
also
Yeah,
has done
yeah.
that
The
previously. In
same, even
2022, 2023.
yeah, yeah. That's why they were successful that time, and you have to close matches. But this year, what and last year also in some matches, we have seen GT losing the track a bit, and that's what is quite evident this year. Perhaps because their top order is not firing, that's one reason. But their middle over batting and middle and end overs batting and middle and death overs bowling, they in this phase they are losing it in some way. They're losing track because today also they started really well in batting, but uh, uh, they completely lost the track in between because it was not like RR was bowling really well and you were getting out, as you already mentioned that how they had thrown their wickets, and they were not reading. You also have to read who is the fielder, who is bowling, what kind of length is bowling, what the opposition team is trying to do. You have to keep your mind open. You can't just go with the flow. That's what is the difference between a champion player and an ordinary player. When you are playing at that level, you should have that kind of maturity, that kind of awareness. Without that, you can't win a tournament like IPL. And I think GT is a great team. Still, I think if they can bring in some sense, some maturity, some awareness to their game, then they will do well as a unit. As a unit, they will do well if they can do that. That's what I think. Otherwise, they are still. I still have faith on them and I think their management is also good. Nera, as a coach come mentor, is great, and they have that family like culture going on there. So they're a good team. Just they have to translate that in the field, and I think now it's high time that Butler, Gill, and others, they have to now take ownership and they have to perform now. Otherwise, it will become really difficult for GT. RR,
definitely.
on the other hand, RR is actually doing well, and they will continuously improve with time. And if and they're a bit lucky also. That's what I'm seeing this year. They you also need a bit of luck to
Yes,
win
yes. Yes, yes.
tournaments. So
Winning
they
winning
have.
such a close contest
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they have a bit of luck on their side. So it will be a good IPL season for RR. That's what I can sense
like
from these
When
matches.
Tushar Deshpande was given the last over,
Hmm. Hmm.
I was not expecting this such a great end because
Yeah,
uh, they had I don't I even like I was not hopeful for Tushar Deshpande because they had Nandre Bargat, they had
yeah,
Sandeep
yeah,
Sharma. They are
yeah.
more death over specialists, more known for
Yeah,
death over specialists.
I was actually surprised to see Tushar
yes, yes, yes.
bowling the final over. Yeah,
And I think one of the best death over ever. So the way Deshpande
yeah,
today bowled, he and bowling like that against Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan has done these things, has pulled off
hmm.
these
Hmm.
close finishes before for
He
GT.
was
And
he was bowling perfect Yorkers. Even if you bowl,
Absolutely your
say,
cut.
over pitch to Rashid, he would play that shot, and all those shots are generally go for six.
Over
So
50. Yes,
yeah, great, great temperament, great awareness again, great maturity, great confidence to execute your plans. So everything was there. It was a perfect final over, perfect death bowling,
and then 2 overs.
on point. So it
And then
was
2 overs
really,
in front. I think before like 15 of last two overs
yeah, yeah.
were required. And from that
Hmm.
phase, 8 runs were given in the last two. How good a finish is
Hmm.
this? Like
Yeah, yeah.
Archer, even we should not forget the way Archer bowled also.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because he also pulled off perfect
Yeah.
Yorkers. And
Hmm.
I think this is something which Rajasthan was missing last year, and this time we can see that Rajasthan is very well prepared for a good journey in the IPL. So
Hmm.
Rajasthan has the history of starting pretty well and then bottling it up. They did the same
Hmm.
in 2024. Mm, that season. So
Hmm.
good start, definitely a good start, but I just hope they maintain this. But
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
very clinical,
l-
very clinical.
let's take. I think we have two comments. Let's take these comments and then we will move to the afternoon match, the first match that we had. So I think from mix the ticks. I think I can't read the name. So his comment is Jaddu coming to the side is turning out to be great for Rajasthan. Yeah, 100%. I think he's a great all rounder and also a team man and a senior cricketer, and he obviously will add to the strategic core, and he will give stability and a bit of maturity to the
The,
side and
the, the
yeah.
electric fielding.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah,
run
yeah.
out today.
That run out actually changed the match today. So
I,
yeah, yeah.
I still don't believe they went for a third run when Jadeja was
Hmm,
having the ball. It was so
hmm,
out of my imagination.
hmm.
So,
And generally, other teams say all the teams know that do not try Jaddu's arm, but our own our own cricketers are testing Jaddu out. That let's try him out. Uh,
Maybe Shahrukh Khan thought that he is the Shahrukh Khan. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
he will pull that off and he
Hmm.
will do that. Charm.
हम्म ही थॉट हार के जीतने वालों को बाजीगर कहते हैं, बट हार के आप जीत नहीं सकते, हार गए तो हार ही गए. uh, so going a bit off topic, but World Cup football jerseys dropped and they are so cool. When one second, when will we focus on this side of IPL, better branding and broadcasting? Yeah, jerseys are, I don't know whether better or worse, but they are different than last year. Yeah, jerseys are looking good. What do you think, Salaf? I think they're looking a bit
Definitely, no. I
vibrant
think that
than.
things are becoming, as the seasons are passing. I'm finding a little bit I have always found that the IPL jerseys, they try the same color and so many teams are having blue jerseys and
Yeah.
different shades of blue. I think
Hmm.
IPL like franchises can think of trying some other designs.
Hmm.
Maybe for the fans also they can give some better designs. I have always found that the creativity. You are a man of marketing. You will be knowing it better. like you know, they can think of trying a little bit of, different colors, because at
Hmm.
least uh, I miss the KKR jersey of 2008. I always
Yeah.
say that
No, that's
the way
the only complaint I have. More than say creativity or changing things, I think teams should continue with their first jerseys, and they can improve those jerseys a bit in terms of design and everything, but your jersey's color and the overall, the basic design should be same. You should maintain that uniformity, because identity and engagement with a team, attachment with a team depend to a great extent
definitely.
to those jerseys, and
Mm.
I think you should not do too much tinkering with that. You should
Mm.
maintain that
Mm.
uniformity and that connection with those jerseys. As I also agree that I still miss those first edition, first season jerseys by KKR, and they should have continued with that. Uh, I will not say I don't like the color purple, but I like black
Black
and
and gold has
gold.
some,
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah. That was
healing factor.
that was far better than this purple color. But it's fine. But it's fine. I think as long as the quality of cricket is improving, we are not complaining. But yeah, so jerseys actually are a big part of any sport and any game, and we generally have a lot of attachment to jerseys, and I think they should think about continuing. Just an add-in: if you see football jerseys, all the sponsors will have their colored text as per jerseys. Oh, I'm losing. One second. Let me change the timing of this. One second. Ah, just just an add-in: if you see football jerseys, all the sponsors will have their colored text as per jersey's tone, but in IPL they put brand's original text, which just icks a lot. Yeah, I think now jerseys have become like those billboards for brands, and you have to have your sponsors, but you should also think about the emotional attachment you have with your fans, because your fans are more important stakeholders in that sense, because you have to have that emotional connection. Without the fans, you are nothing in that sense.
Mm.
You also, you will not have sponsors if you do not have the fans with you, and that's where I think they have to. It's a I think it's a trade off between the sponsors and fans should always get the first preference, and our preference is you should keep cricket and the connection with the team above, and then the obviously you are thinking about the financial return and all the other aspects, but you should not compromise with the identity and the emotional connection you have with the fans. And that's what I think. KKR putting RR cables on their jersey, where RR is clearly abbreviation of one team already. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. And if we analyze the jerseys of all the teams, you will see a lot of interesting details. Perhaps we can do one episode on jerseys and their how that has evolved, and the meaning of That's that evolution for, or the implication of that for the emotional attachment fans have for the teams, and that would be an interesting episode. So that's a great observation. Yeah. All right, so let's move to the other game then, and uh, let's talk about the match between MI and Delhi
Versus MI.
Capitals. Yeah, so it was again an interesting match, but I think today was not MI's day in a way, and it was Delhi's day, and that's what I could sense. And Delhi, in terms of their planning and in terms of their lineup and in terms of the form that their players are having, they are the top team, I think, right now, because they also have the big names, but actually the not so big names are winning them the matches, and that's a great news for them. And when the bigger names will come to the party, then just imagine what will happen, and that's the kind of possibility this team has. So Salab, let's talk about that match, what happened in that match, and then we will move to individual performances and different aspects related to the match.
So we mentioned this when we were discussing Mumbai Indians squad, that if there is one such department where Mumbai Indians is going to face a trouble, that is the spin department.
Hmm.
Now it's not going to be a problem if they are on in their home ground. So Wankhede will. We have seen the match in Wankhede against KKR. They will be putting those grassy, flat pitches with shorter boundaries. It will be a high
Hmm.
scoring game that would suit MI's entire team perfectly. Today it was a sluggish pitch, proper
Hmm.
that Kotla pitch, or now we call that Arun Jaitley Stadium, proper
Hmm.
Delhi pitch, sluggish pitch, and today we saw that this how Delhi bowlers they just made merry. So
Hmm.
Mukesh, the way he has evolved with his pace variations, even the last
Hmm.
match against Lucknow also, that was also a little bit of a Ekana pitch. We also know that
Hmm.
how two-faced pitch Ekana is. So
Hmm.
there he showed that he is becoming a very evolved bowler. Today also
Hmm.
Mukesh was excellent. In Giddy, we know if you give him this kind of pitches, he is with his variations and cutters and everything is going to be
So
a very lethal bowler.
on a lighter note, Delhi's bowling lineup is like almost all their bowlers are spinners with different
Different speeds and variations. Yeah,
some spinners are bowling with a long run
a
up,
little
and
bit
others
faster.
are a little bit faster. But all of their bowlers are spinners, because today Lungi Ngidi was bowling all his deliveries were slowers. So now his surprise delivery is the faster one. He is not using the slower deliveries as surprise delivery. All the five balls, five deliveries are slower deliveries. One is faster one. So the faster one was the surprise delivery. I saw that Surya Kumar Yadav was got a bit surprised when he faced that on pace delivery. Even Rohit Sharma was telling Surya that हर बॉल स्लो डाल रहा है. So he 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 he, he knew that all his deliveries were a slower delivery. So they were actually using the pitch really well. They knew that that's how they should bowl in a pitch like that. And I think DC is preparing their pitches keeping in mind their team, and that's a template for other teams also. I think KKR is not preparing pitches based on the kind of team that they have, and we don't know what kind of team KKR has, and that's a discussion for another day. But let's focus on DC's bowling and how DC performed today.
Yeah, bowling lineup is having Ngidi, fast bowlers like Mukesh and Ngidi, and along with that, you are having three spinners, proper spinners, Akshar, Kuldeep, and Vipraj. These three are, they are pretty good spinners. Also add to that T. Natarajan. T. Natarajan is like not
Yeah,
only
yeah.
he is a Yorker bowler, he has
Right.
very good variations of pace. So that's what actually makes him a very good death bowler. So
Hmm.
uh, now finally after a lot of injuries and everything, he was once into the national side, and then injuries came. And after a long time, I am seeing Tina Natarajan doing really well. It's so good, so pleasing to see his kind of getting his form back. And if I just look at the way Delhi bowled today, apart from Rohit and Surya, and a little
Hmm.
bit of finishing in the last by Santner and Corwin Ball, Mumbai Indians hardly could accelerate today. So
Hmm.
also we know that Surya also could do that, because Surya is the best player of spin in the entire lineup, and the other player who could have been really handy in this pitch was Hardik Pandya. And today
Hmm.
we see that Hardik Pandya was missed by Mumbai, big time, and is a
Hmm.
really valuable player when it comes to Mumbai's side.
Hmm.
Proper start, the way Rickelton was dismissed by Mukesh, and
Hmm.
the follow up that Tilak was almost that was, I think, that ball was like pretty slow,
Hmm.
which came from Mukesh, and he was not expecting that, and he looked so helpless, and he
Hmm.
could not do anything about that. And after that, the partnership came between Rohit and Sky, and
Hmm.
then Rohit was undone by Akshar Patel, and Akshar
Hmm.
Patel becomes, if you give him a sluggish surface, Akshar Patel's level of danger that increases
Hmm.
tenfold, because then he unleashes all his arm balls, the undercutters, and all the weapons that Akshar has in his arsenal. So that's where
And his captaincy is also much better than many other captains that we have in this year's IPL. I think he is really leading the side well, and he is also tactically, I think, much sounder than many other captain that I can see. And even the Delhi's think tank and their team management plus Akshar Patel on point. They are actually doing a great job at managing the team and managing their resources, and actually bowling changes, batting order, everything is really good. They are shaping up into a champion team this year, and if you want to win this year's IPL, then you have to beat Delhi Capitals. That's what I think. They are really, all the teams are good teams, but Delhi Capital is shaping up to be a different kind of a team. They're really a sight to beat, I think, this year.
just imagine, today Kuldeep, it was a Kuldeep's bad day. So
Hmm.
even then, this bowling attack looked so lethal. Now, what if
Hmm.
Kuldeep finds it on? Now if I just look at some other aspects which I can find about Delhi, now
Hmm.
Delhi will set this tone for the entire IPL. They will
Yeah.
prepare sluggish pitches. Okay,
Hmm.
in the home they will be preparing sluggish pitches, and that's the reason they are backing Pathum Nisanka in the opening,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Pathum Nisanka is a Sri Lankan. He
Hmm.
he knows how to. So today the way Nisanka played, that actually showed
Hmm.
why they are backing Nisanka so much.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he has the experience of playing in on slow, slow,
Hmm.
gripping with sluggish pitches. So today, I think the way they are designing the entire batting lineup, and I think this time we can say that Samir Rizvi is the revelation, and
Hmm.
the way he has batted in both the matches on pitches which are a little bit slow, sluggish, gripping,
Hmm.
flawless batting. And
Yeah.
if you see that, and if you say Samir Rizvi in both the matches, he started so slow. He was in the
Yeah.
first 19 deliveries, he's scoring like 2-3 runs, and then
Hmm.
he starts accelerating.
Hmm. So
His bat swing, we were discussing this when Samir Rizvi was playing.
yeah.
The kind of bat swing this guy has.
Bat swing and wrist is also solid. So he
Sorry,
finishes the
sorry.
shot with that last flick. So in all his shot, you will see that backlift, and when he's ending the shot, there is a the flick that he has in his wrist. So that is leading to those shots, unbelievable shots. Means I think
Unbelievable shot. Unbelievable.
he's now at the peak of his game, and not just so. A lot of players have talent, and we can see, you talk about Suryavanshi, the kind of talent he has, but the way Samir Rizvi is taking ownership and taking it on himself to get DC over the line. Uh, that's brilliant. That's what the real story is, and that's where DC. That's why DC is doing so well, because some of their players are taking ownership and then contributing to the team. For example, when Mukesh Kumar went for, I think, 12 runs in the first over, 11 or 12 runs,
Mm,
then
mm,
he was really unhappy that he was not able to bowl those proper length deliveries. He came back strong, and that's what some of their players are doing. And when, say, for example, say you talked about off day for Kuldeep, and without Kuldeep also their bowling is doing so well. Think about their batting. So last year half of their batting was KL Rahul, and that KL Rahul is not firing this year. Still, they you will, means you are not missing KL Rahul the way they are batting this year. Even without KL Rahul, this year they can do really well. That's what we are seeing. And just think about, you talked about Nisanka, say hypothetically, and obviously Mitchell Stark will be back after a few matches. When Stark is back, they may sit out Nisanka. If Nisanka, say, play 70 80 runs innings in the next 1 or 2 matches, then it will be difficult to sit him out, and also the reason you mentioned. But say Stark comes in and they sit out Nisanka, then they will play Prithvi Shaw. So they also have backups for each of their players, and that's why I see them as the top contenders for winning this year's trophy. And MI is obviously another team, and Punjab is also playing like that, that you can't beat them. That's how they're playing. That's how they played last year also. So these are the few teams who are, and then RR. So and obviously we are not taking the name of RCB. RCB is also playing really well. Virat Kohli
Played only
is
one match. Let's see
uh,
a few matches here.
yeah. But these are the 4 5 teams who are really doing well, because as a team they are clicking. Their 5 6 of their players are clicking together. That's why they are doing so well. And yeah, so MI had an off day today, but still MI is a gun team. They missed. I think they missed Hardik Pandya also to some extent, because Hardia could have finished the innings more strongly, and also with the new ball. Uh, but because of Hardik Pandya, they could not play Chahar in the last match. Chahar was also bowling really well, and but yeah, I think MI had a bad day today. Shardul Thakur gave 41 in 3 overs. Alarming economy rate 13.67, so that you can't have a economy rate like that, and we can't just keep on saying that he is Lord Shardul, and you you will obviously magic and everything is fine, that have the magic arm, and you are the wicket taker, you are the X factor bowler. That's all, that is fine. But even in a off day, your Bumrah gave 21 in 4 overs, and today was Bumrah's so-called off day. So your off day is also 21 in 4 overs. You did not uh, take any wicket, though. That's why we are saying that Bumrah had an off day, but Bumrah actually lacked support from others. That's what I think
So they
today.
didn't even
Otherwise,
they didn't even try to take any risk against Bumrah. So they just
yeah, yeah,
saw Bumrah off because the target was low. They
right.
just planned, they just saw off Bumrah and
Hmm,
Chahar, Hardul, Santner, or like
hmm.
Markandu. Every bowler looked helpless against Samir Rizvi.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think Samir Rizvi didn't leave anyone. I think
yeah, yeah,
he just played and played and played. So I think
yeah. Uh,
this knock of 90 runs of around 50 balls, I think he took 50 balls to
hmm,
that is it is brilliant now. So
hmm,
yeah, so as you mentioned, Shardul, I remember that today while we were discussing the match on the WhatsApp group. So there was a
hmm,
message from Neeraj Paul that Shardul Thakur is a curious case. When everyone
hmm,
gets hit for runs, he picks up
hmm.
wickets, and when everyone else bowls well, he goes for runs. He leaks runs, and yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
he's a very curious case. Yeah.
Hmm,
So that is definitely something where today MI missed the trick. I think
hmm.
Pandya is one such all rounder who when doesn't play for MI, MI looks pretty disbalanced.
Yeah,
Similar things happen for India also. When
yeah,
Hardik
yeah,
Pandya
yeah.
is not
100%.
there, India also looks very disbalanced. So
Hmm.
you like him, you hate him, so you just can't
Yeah,
ignore him.
you need him.
Right.
You need him. you,
You need him. You need him.
yeah, yeah. So
He has
that's
created that.
and
He has created that for like kudos to him that he has created that capability of his own. So
mm, so he knows that you need him. That's why all that aura farming and everything.
yeah,
He he all that extra. things that we see from Hardik Pandya, all that is because he's totally aware that Indian team and Mumbai Indians need him. Yeah. All right. So I think we have covered both the matches, and we can see that this tournament is now. We have started to see a lot of good encounters now, and we are seeing a lot of brilliant individual performances, and we just have started. So the tournament there are just few matches that has happened, and yeah, so we are excited like everyone else, and we will continue to have these kinds of discussion on all the matches and individual performances and the strategies and the all the stories that are around these matches and these teams. Yeah, so with that, let's close this live, and we will see all of you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.